My brain on crawfish etouffee. The brain, the most complex and intricate organ in the human body. The fact that this is what makes us who we are astonishes me almost as much as the fact that we barely know anything about it. Just 3 pounds of fat mixed with a chemical cocktail of neurotransmitters and pathways for the chemicals to travel creates and harbors the entirety of oneself. I find myself most happy when I'm either making or eating my favorite meal on planet Earth, crawfish etouffee. The smell as the spices combine with milk and the crawfish boils always puts me in a good mood. What intrigues me the most is exactly how I came to not only associate crawfish etouffee with happiness, but the neurochemical processes behind that. The fact that happiness is just a state of chemical change in one's brain startles mostly everyone when they first hear it. Take my example of crawfish etouffee. The second I see or smell crawfish etouffee, I trigger a specific code of neurotransmitters that in turn triggers a nerve pathway that is associated solely with the memory of etouffee. Once that pathway is lit up, so to speak, the brain outputs the corresponding neurochemicals to create the feeling/sensation of happiness. These chemicals are serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. Varying levels of these chemicals for everyone results in happiness. This chemical combination of memory with emotion is what is called emotional memory. Ever walk down the street and smell something that makes you think of your great-grandma's 90th birthday? Ever open a book and immediately remember a book you read in the 3rd grade that you forgot about until that very second? Ever say a specific phrase of words and immediately remember the last time you said or heard them? That is emotional memory. Our brain is very complex anatomically, but functionally, it likes to create easy reminders of what things are by associating them with memories. Historically speaking, this is most likely due to the way that early brains of Homo sapiens differentiated danger from safety, i.e., I've seen that tree before, and I was attacked by an animal, therefore I will be safer and on guard. It was used as a safety mechanism then, but now is primarily just a nostalgia factory. Although the neuroscientific aspect intrigues me, the psychological correlation and causation of happiness is just as captivating. Back to the example of crawfish etouffee. One of my happiest memories of the dish was right after me and my dad got home from a trip to New Orleans, and he immediately tried to recreate the dish we had there. He burst open my door and waddled in, happily exclaiming, "I think I did it!" and shoved the bowl into my face. I took a bite and melted into my pillow. It is exactly what we had in New Orleans, right down to the subtle spices and viscosity. His happiness, combined with my nostalgia from the trip, cemented permanently the association of homemade crawfish etouffee with happiness. The most likely explanation of this is my strong emotional relationship with my dad, and seeing him extremely happy created a deep memory of the etouffee and happiness in my neural pathway, and this caused the formation of an emotional memory. Overall, my brain on etouffee is a crazy one because it overly researches and asks questions about the causes of this kind of thing. I love that my interest in this subject is also a close bonding point with my dad, who is a pharmacist also obsessed with crawfish etouffee. Being able to talk and grow in a subject that is outside my classical schooling is something that I love to be able to use as a stress reliever, and I'm excited to see how this once casual hobby turned possible career path will lead me in the future.